Diane in Denmark here. I am excited because I'm going to a clothes swap party tonight. I've mentioned them before, I'll put a link up there, but I wanted to share with you two things in this video. What I'm taking with me to the clothes swap party, things that aren't working for me as a type 1 in the Dressing Your Truth system, and also sharing with you my latest refashioning project with leather paint. If you're finding you've got things that aren't working for you, maybe you want to change the colour. I've shown you before how you can use leather paint and change. For example, this was a black leather bag and now it's a beautiful navy. So anyway, let's get into it. Hold on. Just get these off the top. I've got my Dressing Your Truth cards ready with me, so because the ladies always like to have a look and see what that is. The ladies at the clothes swap party, some of them know about Dressing Your Truth, since they noticed the change in me. So they find it really exciting and they're kind of eager to know more. Anyway, I can tell you I've got my best underwear on because when we're at the clothes swap party, we try on the clothes when we're there. So I've got my best underwear on, and I'm just actually thinking I've put on my kind of my funky earrings because I like to wear those when I'm out in the town. But I'm thinking I might change to a different pair of earrings because I don't think these are going to be great, if I'm trying on sweaters and dresses and stuff. So I'll see. Anyway, Vibeka's coming to get me in the Fiat 500. So I'm going to cram everything in. I've not got too much to take with me this time. And some of the things you have seen, and I won't show you everything because a lot of the things are from my daughter. I like to keep family and their lives private. But a couple of the things you have seen me decluttering books. Remember at the clothes swap party, we swap everything. I mean, it can be gently used makeup, or maybe you've received a perfume or something for Mother's Day, didn't like it. Kitchenware, a lot of sports accessories. I mean, you name it, we can swap it. And just because I know somebody's going to ask, and I answer this in every single clothes swap video that I make, you always ask what happens to the stuff that we don't take home at the end of the evening. It all goes to charity or a women's shelter, so it's all going on to somebody else. Nothing is being wasted, and that's what we love about these clothes swaps, that we are recycling, we're upcycling things, we're not buying more and more stuff, we're just using what we've got, and this is a great way to find some new stuff, try out things, and if it doesn't work for you, we put it back in, which is what I'm going to explain a few of the items today. So let me just grab that. I've got some makeup and I've got some books. Also something that is not going to fit any of my kids any longer. It was one of these little fluorescent things, for keeping in the car in case there's an accident, or when the kids here, they wear them when they're out cycling, because kids, they cycle to school here. So let me just start with the jewellery. So at our clothes swap parties, we have a lot of jewellery being swapped. And remember, you don't need to swap with somebody else. We just put things in piles and you take things that work for you. So I've got a couple of bracelets that I'm not wearing. They're probably more type 3 and they're just not working for me. So those are going to clothes swap party. And this one is, now this was my necklace. I took it to clothes swap party and Vibeka spray painted it, another way of refashioning things. You've seen me changing colours of necklaces and earrings as well. And then I took it, so I thought, well, maybe actually I'll wear it, but it's just too kind of jaggy, So I'm taking that one back. And actually another couple of items from the clothes swap. This one I took, you may remember, that was just the last time I was at clothes swap. I've tried it, but it's just too loose on me. I like pearls, but it's too loose. And this one I've tried it, and I like the turquoise, but I'm just feeling it's more of a kind of T3 style than a T1. So that's going back. Even though it looks quite nice with the navy, it's not me. I wore it a couple of times around here at home, and I thought, and if I'm not using it, and I'm just going to take it back to the clothes swap. I mean, that's the whole point of these things, is not to kind of grab as much as you can and go, but you know, just to let somebody else have the benefit of what you're not using and not wearing. So that's in there. And then, I had a few items that I had put to the back of the wardrobe when I discovered that I was a type 1 in the Dressing Your Truth system. I'm a type 1 secondary force, so I like colour blocking, I like a bit heavier fabrication often, I like a lot of stripes. You'll see me wearing a lot of stripes, along with my kind of typical T1 things of, you know, polka dots and splashes of colour, and one of my favourite things to wear was grey sweaters before DYT. And one of my sweaters is a T1 grey. It's very, very light heather grey. I showed it in another video. But this is a sweater that I had put away at the back of the wardrobe, and I thought, well, you know, I'll have a think about it and see how I'm feeling about it in, you know, 6 months down the road. As I advise you on all your decluttering, if there's an item that you're not quite sure about, you know, if it's, it could be cutlery, it could be a book, whatever it is, just put it to the side and then, you know, come back to it. And then the other day I tried it on, I just thought, oh, I just felt like I wanted to go to sleep and I had no energy. So this one, this grey, is not a good grey for me. So that's going to the Closeup. And this is a top, which you've seen me wearing in a video, from the Closeup. And I liked it, but it's kind of, you see the blouse before you see me. It's kind of too full on. The other thing is that it's too low cut at the front. It comes down to a V here with a big bow. Now, I like pussy bow blouses. You see I've got quite a few of those. But this one is just too much, and I've realised over the years that I don't like V-necks. You'll see me often, you know, I like tops which come up here. If I'm wearing a V-neck sweater, I will usually have a t-shirt underneath or be wearing a shirt with a collar. So V-neck t-shirts, you will never see me wearing one of those. It just doesn't flatter me. I prefer things that, you know, kind of show off my good arms or my shoulders, and not this part here. And I don't have any. I don't have much of a bust. So V-necks are not for me. So that one's is going to back to the Closeup party. Even though it is cute and it's got the kind of, as they say in Swedish, polka gris, which is peppermint. Peppermint pig, which is a type of candy, like candy canes. So that one's going back. And oh, here's another one which I kind of wore, and again I said I'll put it at the back of the closet, and if I'm not wearing it, and now I can just see, oh, there's no way, there's no way I want to wear this one anymore. This was one of these poncho shawl type things, and you've seen me decluttering a couple of those recently. I just feel kind of too soft and droopy, and I'm a type 1-4, so soft and droopy does not work for me. And actually, you know, I'm not affiliated with Dressing Your Truth, but I really recommend the lifestyle access. You can either get it for a month or you can get it for a year, because there are so many videos which really, you know, back up the science of why you're kind of drawn to certain things and not to others, and that's really helped, you know, define my style. I'm really enjoying finding pieces now and finding what works for me, and showing me that, oh, that's why it doesn't work, because it just it doesn't support my particular energy. You know, like T3 energy, you will never see me in ripped jeans or anything. That is just, and I'm like, why would you pay money for a pair of jeans that's got holes already in it? I would never be in a pair of ripped jeans. So I think my energy is 1, 4, 2, 3 in the Dressing Your Truth system. So nothing about T3. And here's a top which I'm not actually sure if it could be a crossover T3, T4 colour. Now again, it's a V-neck, but I loved the feel of this top. And you'll have seen me wearing this, I think, in the 31 baby step videos that I made. And I always joked, you know, I would wear it with a black polo neck underneath. And I always joked that this was my kind of Star Trek top. And it's just too much. It's just kind of too drab, the red. But I'm not sure if it's a T3 or a T4. It could be one of the crossover ones. Let's have a wee look. I've got my cards here. And I really find these pattern cards really useful when you're kind of on the, when you're slithering between, you know, what kind of type is it. You may find also with your wardrobe that you have items that are a crossover colour. You know, I've got some things which are crossover between 1 and 4, like bright pinks. So you may find that, you know, you can make it work for you by making it more your type, drawing it over towards your side. And there you can see that this is my dress that I'll be wearing tomorrow. And you can see that's a T1 red, and that's why I love wearing this dress. It just really works for me, and this one is just too dull. So this one, which we'll say it's a 4, this is going to boldly go to the clothes swap, and I hope somebody else will enjoy wearing that. Okay, I think we're through the clothes swap items, so I'm taking with me. Actually, I've not got much to take with me this evening because I'm not bringing in more stuff, and if I do buy items, I'm buying the right things for me. So I'm really, you know, zooming in on what I need and what I like and what I'm going to wear. Now, onto the refashioning with leather paint. So you've seen me on previous videos. I refashioned my handbag, and there was also my pair of leather gloves. I love these gloves. These are from Ranners Hensker, which is the oldest glove making company in the world, Danish. And these were black, and I painted them navy blue, so I've had so much wear out of those. And my leather trousers, you saw those in a previous video. Now those were black, and I didn't want to get rid of them, but they were just really, the black was so dull. Sorry T4s out there, but the black was just so dull. So I painted them chocolate brown. There we go. And remember with the leather painting thing, you don't need to be painting things from one colour to another. And the colour, you know, it doesn't come off in the rain. Don't worry about that. It gives it a really good protective coating. So if you have, for example, maybe you've got a handbag that you love, or a pair of shoes that you really love, but it's getting maybe a wee bit scruffy at the edges, or, you know, scruffy at the toes. You can paint it, you know, maybe in the same colour again, and just, you know, give it a new lease of life. You know, instead of having to go and buy a new pair of shoes or a new handbag, you know, just use what you've already got, and, you know, just give a wee va-va-voom. So sorry, I've got an itchy nose. What I did want to show you today was my latest project. I actually did it a while ago, but I haven't shown it to you yet. Do you remember I had a leather jacket, cognac coloured? It was this colour. And I've worn it in a couple of videos, but truth be told, I hardly ever wore this jacket. I like the feel of it. It's really, it's got a nice shape, you know, it's a moto style. But I wasn't wearing it because it's very T3, and I got it in a sample sale years ago here in Copenhagen. It's truly by Part 2, a really good Danish make. And I thought, you know what, should I take it to the clothes swap? Should I try and sell it? And I thought, well, no, I really like the style of it, but I'm just not using it. So I decided to go a bit crazy with the leather paint, and I've painted it gold. Now this is a T1 gold, and if you're a member of the Dressing Your Truth lifestyle, they've even got a cheat sheet of the colours for your type. You know, if you know, I painted my black sandals, I painted them red. I haven't been able to get red shoes before, now I've got red shoes. They've actually got a cheat sheet there which will tell you, like the Angelus paint, which numbers are your type. So I painted it gold, and I have to tell you a wee story. When I had the jacket, I was being practical and thinking, oh, well, you know, maybe I should paint it, you know, chocolate brown, because, you know, chocolate brown for leather, you know, instead of painting it like green, and I didn't want to do navy. And I started painting it chocolate brown, and then about 10 minutes later I thought, no, I'm not going to I don't want to be wearing chocolate brown. I don't mind chocolate brown for my trousers or for shoes and boots. I've also done boots that colour. But chocolate brown, I don't have any tops or sweaters. Brown, any kind of brown, is just not my thing. I know a lot of ladies who are T1s like the chocolate brown. I'm not so into it, and I love navy. So I was thinking, oh no, I don't want to have, you know, this chocolate brown leather jacket. So I'm not sure I'll get much use out of that either, even if it's a type 1 chocolate brown. And I thought, hey, I want a gold jacket. So now I've got this gold jacket. Nobody else will have this jacket. And it looks fabulous with my, I've got a big white fluffy scarf, a winter white fluffy scarf. It looks fabulous with that when I'm out in the town on the evening. So I'm really pleased with this. And sorry to the T3 ladies that loved this jacket. You can see the colour in it. There we are. I kept a bit of it so you could see. That was the colour of it before. It wasn't working for me, and you're not going to get your hands on it. So now I've made it more true to my type. So anyway, I better get going. I'm off to Closeup party with Vibeke, and did I tell you what we're having for dinner? The ladies there's a lot of vegetarian stuff, because many of the ladies who are there are vegetarian or vegan. I think we've got vegan sausage rolls, you know, made with mushrooms, and there's salads, and somebody's bringing strawberries. I'm taking chilled rosé wine. I need to get that out of the fridge. So anyway, I'm going to pack my bags and and take my cards with me. And my telephone. I'll try and film as much as I can, but I'm at somebody's private house where they have, you know, photos of family and stuff like that. So I try and film from the Closeup parties, but you must excuse me if I can't film too much. Also because the ladies are usually in a state of undress for most of the party. So anyway, on that note, live long and prosper. May the Danish Hygge be with you, and I shall see you very soon. Okay, bye for now.